Cochran comes up, first thing, oh, this isn't what happened. You're obviously lying, dork. You tell him right off that's not what it is, and you know that's what it is. Brandon needs his ass kicked, thinking he's gonna go up there and bully his way around. I'm not the best at spotting a lie, but I have learned that, because I've known a lot of con artists. First thing they'll do is come up and tell you they're lying and tell you what they're lying about. Spotted that with Cochran right off the bat. You know that's what it was about. And I would have had to really fight hard to not smack Brandon coming up there. Yeah, Brandon's the savior of everyone. Well, I'll give this for Cochran's dumb move. He may have turned the game into a boring pagonging for the rest of the game, but the part where his tribe hates him is gonna be good. Yeah, it was a boring pagonging episode, but the tribe hating him made the episode kind of okay to watch. So it might be a good final jury reaming out of Cochran. I know I'd have a few choice things to say to him. Poor Ozzy. Yep, so much for winning every challenge from here on. That was pretty funny. I've got to win, and then he's out, what, in the first round, second round? Well, I guess you ain't doing what you gotta do then, huh? I thought Coach and Ozzy were gonna cry and kiss. I kind of did think Coach and Ozzy were gonna team up at that point. Because Coach got to figure that eventually his tribe's gonna turn on him. Hopefully they're not gonna hand it to him like they handed it to Rob. Although, I don't think too many people on here are smart, so maybe they are gonna hand it to him. This is awful early for tribal council. 20 minutes after 7, I wonder what's going on. That was kind of a boring way to do a double vote off. Just squeeze 2 shows into one. And it wasn't that bad of a show, either half hour, so that tells me they're wasting a lot of time on regular 1 hour shows. Why don't they just make it a half hour show? And my vlogs would almost catch up to the whole show. Cochran's a dork. He knows you go on there a week, you're one of the early ones voted out. And he's mad at Ozzy for that. So why didn't Cochran try being mad at himself for not going to the gym before he went on Survivor? Or mad at his mother for not letting him go to the gym before he went on Survivor? He goes on there as a weakling, can't do a damn thing, and he's mad at the people who wanted to vote him off when half of them were saving his ass anyhow. I would have voted him off first. Jim, why did you say you were going to give it up? Then you said you were going to give it up at Tribal, and then you don't give it up. Why do people say they're going to do stuff they don't do? If you don't think you're going to do it, you either don't say it, or you say, I'm just throwing this out there as an idea. What do you think of it? You don't have to say, I'm doing this, and then you paint yourself out to be a liar by not doing it. No, Cochran, it's not that inappropriate for you to be voting for Ozzy. I mean, you're a dumbass little kid who's playing sour grapes, blaming other people for your own problems, so it's natural that you would vote for those other people when it serves you no good to get you further in the game and is actually going to serve to send you home earlier than you would have went. It's perfectly appropriate. That's who you are. Ozzy doesn't seem to remember that the final Redemption Island was one big challenge at the end. You don't send people packing as you go. Unless they've changed it, he might know the rules. They seem to know about drawing a rock. instead of starting a fire. Yeah, Ozzy ain't gonna be feeding himself. He's gonna end up feeding 4 or 5 others. What is the number he'd end up feeding? I can't remember when they sent them all back. But he's gonna end up feeding 4 or 5 others. And then he'll end up beating them. So maybe he's just gonna have to go off on his own and feed himself and let the others starve if he wants to get back in there. So it's gonna be a half hour of Ozzy on Redemption Island. That wouldn't be a bad idea. It seems Redemption Island is more view-worthy and Ozzy's willing to pose for the camera, so the rest of it doesn't seem to be that good for the view. Especially since they voted off Elise's bikini. Yeah, I think I'd lose this one before I even started. Balancing a ball on top of an arc, that looked impossible to me. While balancing yourself on a small beam, yeah, I wouldn't have been able to do that. I would have just ate. So Whitney gets immunity, and the rest of the tribe is for Dawn. I really have no favorite. I could have got behind Cochran before he turned into an idiot, but about now, this is my hate for Russell. And this is my hate for Cochran. I may be able to get behind Dawn, but I don't think she's going to stick around because she's too likable. Cochran will probably stick around because everybody knows he ain't getting no votes. And if he's such a student of the game, he would have known that. You don't screw over 6 people or 5 people all in one shot when those 5 people are going to be on the jury once you screw them over. Dawn could get those other... Hell, she could probably get Cochran's votes, so she'd get 5 votes. That's enough to win. Well, if they're going to go after Dawn, that'll be a good test of exactly who Cochran is. I really wish they would have targeted Dawn more so we could see if Cochran would have fought for her or if he'd just sit back and do nothing. My money is on him sitting back doing nothing. Brandon, you're a moron. I don't remember what in particular I was calling him a moron about, but him at Tribal, he's got a screw loose. Did you hear that, Cochran? Brandon ain't gonna stop until that whole whatever their name is gone. Guess where you fall in, buddy? I really can't believe Cochran's that stupid. Especially when they're coming right out and saying, we're gonna vote off everyone from that tribe. Oh, but we're not including Cochran. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. You know, Cochran will just be number 7th. He ain't gonna go further until one of them figures out that take Cochran to the finals and you win. Should have got rid of Jim a long time ago. Damn, no love lost from me getting rid of Jim. I would have liked him to have gone, well, not now first, but second after Cochran. That was an interesting preview. Things might end up getting shook up, but it doesn't sound like Coach is going to allow it. But who knows? They were doing a good job of editing the previews this year, so that might have been Coach talking about something else. Hopefully something will get shooken up, but once the game turns into a pagonging, they always play those type of commercials, and it never happens. And I don't think Coach would allow it if he was able to tell. I mean, if they go after him and he knows he's got the idol. We can be fairly sure Coach isn't going to play the idol to save anybody else, since he wouldn't play the idol to save his own tribe. Okay, since this is going on in replies to comments and PMs, this is what Cochran should have done if he wanted to flip. And I can say flipping would have been a smart thing for Cochran. He had Don as his friend. He should have found somebody on the other tribe, maybe Coach, someone else. I would have went for someone else, someone who didn't like the Coach connection. Stuck with his tribe, gone to the rock, played the odds. Once his tribe is in the lead, I mean, if he loses the rock, he's in the same place he's in now. So stick with his tribe until he knocks the other tribe down 2 people. Then take him and Don, go over, find those other 2 people, band together, start flipping back and forth. This has been played out in Survivor many times. It is an almost sure way to get to the end of the game. If he was half the fan of Survivor he thought he was, he would have known this. He would have played it this way. The person who flips like he did never goes anywhere. If they get taken to the end, they get no votes. He's playing Russell's game. A little nicer version than Russell, but he's still playing the game to get to the end and get no votes. That does not work. If you band together, you're 2 on each side, you flip back and forth, they have to vote for one of you. You've all screwed them over. That is the game Cochran should have played if he wanted to screw over the people. You want to really screw them over? Win the $1 million. Don't just take the $1 million away from them. Can't get up there. You can't get up there. You want to get voted off the island? Do you want me to vote you off the island? I will do that.